Hi, and welcome to a new unboxing video with me, Fettouhi. Today we're gonna unbox a little big thing. I have this box here, but give me a moment. It's been a little bit, about a couple of weeks since I did the last unboxing video. I'm trying to do more. I actually have a box more, but I'm not gonna unbox that because it's just some CDs that I ordered. People are really not interested in that, I think. So we're gonna unbox this sucker here today. This here is a 10-year. It's been 10 years since I last bought something like this. And some of you have seen my tweets about my PC setup at the moment. This is gonna change today, and I was pretty astounded how big the box is, but it's a pretty big sucker actually. So, further ado, this here is the ROG Swift pg278q G-Sync, which is the first time ever I'm using a G-Sync monitor, and it's the first time in at least 10 years I'm upgrading my monitors. I have 10 to 12-year-old monitors running right now, two Samsungs and an LG, two 24-inch and 20-inch. All of them are TN panel. This here is also a TN panel. It's 144 Hertz. G-Sync, it's 1 milliseconds. These here, I think, are 5 or 8. The one I'm actually gaming on right now, I think it's the 5 one. Yeah, it's the 245B, which is a really old sucker of a Samsung monitor. This here is 24-inch, 68.5 centimeters widescreen. NVIDIA 3D vision because it's a 3D. I don't think you get the goggles with this one here. I think you should with a premium price you're paying for this sucker here. Somebody is probably going to say, well, why the hell did you buy this one when the Acer XB 270, I think it's called, HU, is actually the king of G-Sync monitors at the moment. Also a 20-inch, also a 2K monitor. This here's a 2K, it's not a 4K. Means the resolution is only a 1440p, and also the Acer monitor is that. But the big difference in the Acer monitor is that it's actually a SPN or SPS panel, which is of course a special panel that is, or not a special panel, but it's a panel that people in premium monitors that mostly are used for graphic designs. They have a great color contrast, all that. But the problem with those monitors here, that's why most gaming monitors are TN panels, is because of the slowness. But actually, the Acer is a 4 millisecond panel, also 144 Hertz. It's a lot better. From the reviews I'm getting, it's actually, in most people's opinion, saying this is the better monitor as Acer, but this one here is the one that's actually available. I've been looking through all of Europe to actually check out and get my hands on the Acer instead, because that was the one that I wanted to get, but it's sold out. I'm saying all of Europe. I mean, I'm Denmark. Denmark doesn't have it. It's at least I think they said August is probably when they might be getting a restock, and they actually don't have confirmation from the retailer, or not the retailer, but the manufacturer itself. The same thing in Norway, the same thing in Sweden, the same thing in Germany. There are some people who might have it used. I think somebody in Italy had it, but he didn't ship worldwide, and also wanted almost $200 more than the normal price. This one here is actually $120 cheaper than the Acer monitor. So I just said to myself, I actually want the monitor now. I got some extra money in my hand. I was said that this money is gonna go with my new monitor. I'm gonna use it for new money. I want it right now because I'm playing The Witcher right now. I want to check it out on this here sucker here while I'm still playing it. And I just said to myself, save the $112 and go with this one here because this is not a bad monitor at all. So, further ado, let's unbox this one here. So, let's actually try and figure out how to open this sucker here. From the looks of it, with my trusty utility knife. It's on this side here, let's see. And I got, this one is just so big. I actually need a real studio to do this here. And I'm not Linus Media Group or anybody. So there are plenty of reviews of this monitor out here. And Linus said this is the gaming monitor for him like half a year ago. Now he's switching over to the Acer. I'm not a huge monitor geek. One reason I still own my old monitors. And it's actually incredible that this here is not broken. And the post op didn't screw up also. So. But anyways, let's actually see. I'm not going to touch the base here. And the great thing is, it's actually assembled. So here we have it. In all its glory so far. Base is already assembled. This is a VESA base. So the VESA base, it means that it's a VESA standard. I don't know how large it is, but it should actually fit if you want your... For instance, I've actually been thinking of getting, since I have a triple monitor setup, I actually was thinking of doing surround, NVIDIA surround, but didn't went with that because the problem is getting the right monitors with the right bezels, because you will get that bezel here that is actually taking some of the screen away from you that in the game itself is there, but you can't see it, and making what should we call it? Making adjustments for that is a pain, and also somebody say, well, you can rip off the open the monitor up and do your own bezels and all that great stuff, but I just don't want to do that. It's just a lot of work for something that I might use and still need 2 graphics cards at least to play in that resolution. So, and not a lot of games actually support something like that. So I went with a single monitor setup with, I have triple because I have a lot of applications open that I need to pay attention to while I'm gaming. So this is the solution for me. Going with this one here and then a couple of smaller ones beside, which I'm fine at. I've been working with stuff like that many years, so it's right for me. And I'm not dissing in any way triple setup with surround. It's just not for me, and I don't want to go out and buy special monitors with small bezels. The Asus, I think it's the 227 something, has the most narrow bezel you can buy, but still there is a bezel, so it's making adjustment for that is just a pain in the ass in my opinion. So yeah, further ado, let's open this here up. And wow, it's actually pretty. And I'm gonna do this here. What I'm gonna do with this one here is I'm gonna first off hook it up. And then I'm gonna run a diagnostic on it, which is gonna check for dead pixels on it. If it has one, I'm gonna disconnect it, pretty pissed about it, and then ship it back because I don't want that pixel. So yeah, but as you can see, this here is a set VESA mount, pre-mounted. I do think you can click this off here. There's a VESA underneath this here. It has tilt. It has only, as you see, it only has one DisplayPort because G-Sync actually is only supported by DisplayPort. It only has that output. It has power. It has a USB 3.0 dock and with 2 outputs, and I don't think it has any ones in the side. It's touch based, so yeah. The base itself is pretty standard. I think it lights up when it's connected. I do not know. I do think it does, but as you can see right here, it's fully tiltable. Also, and as you can see, here's the base. It's pretty awesome. Also, a pretty large one. That's one of the reasons why most people with large monitors might actually consider, because I actually had a floating monitor set up at my old job, and it actually is really nice having a floating monitor set up with a base that is actually hooked to the table instead of actually standing on the table. It takes a lot of space, especially if you go up into 24-inch and above. As you can see, the space here is easily almost, yeah, I can't give you a measurement on that, but it's a large sucker, as you can see, and taking that space away for maybe a smaller desk could be annoying for some people who don't have that much disk space. But again, who cares? It's about gaming. So yeah, actually, let's see here. I actually hope that this sucker here has a DisplayPort connector included, because then I'm going to be pissed because I don't think I have a fully DisplayPort cable with. I think there's cables included here. There it is. It's at the bottom. As always. Power supply, it's actually not that large, which I'm actually impressed about. I'm used to dealing with laptops. So laptops these days, especially the laptop that I have run, I have a workstation, has like a laptop side, which is pretty much this big here and this thin. I think it's 180 watts that it's delivering because of the size of the GPU that's and the CPU that's in the monitor. Yeah, this here is actually pretty small. Actually looks like a Roku in size, so that's pretty awesome. Yeah, and it's triple Mickey Mouse as I call it. I actually don't know the standard word for it. That's what I call it. And here we have fully DisplayPort cable. We only need this one here because that's the only connector there is. There is. This here is a Danish or European connector, which in my opinion is without ground. There should be ground on it. I would say it should actually have ground. It doesn't, so yeah, have to look with that. Actually, at work, I can just switch this out. These here are universal connectors, so just switch it out and actually have one with ground instead, because ground is actually really nice. That is why every electronic device should have ground for issues with lightning strikes or something happens, and maybe save your electronic devices. And here we have the USB connector. As I said, this one here doesn't have anything in the side. It's at the bottom, and I think, yeah, doesn't have anything in the side. So, and here are the buttons for actually the controls. But it doesn't have anything at the side, so I'm not going to hook this here up, because I have plenty of ports in my desktop already in the front that I rarely use. Everything's connected in the back, and I don't want to go around and put stuff in here. It's just it has, especially with a quad or triple setup that I have. So that's pretty much it. So again, thanks for watching this unboxing video. Subscribe if you want to. Give me a comment or something. Thumbs up, thumbs down if you liked it. If you didn't like it. I know this here is not the best setup to do these large things, but give me a break. I don't have the money, the capacity, or actually the space to actually do a full studio. And I actually need a real camera and a crew. I could use a crew. I actually have a tripod. Anyways, I'm gonna hook this sucker up and I'm gonna play some games. So until next time, bye.